Okay, so now we have our window designed and all of the controls are in place, and we have to add the functionality of the application. So basically what's going to happen is I am going to check whether it's a matinee or evening show. Let's say it's an evening show, and then the age of the patron. Okay, let's say we have a regular adult going to the evening show, and then when we click the Get Price button, the cost of the ticket will be computed, and the cost will be also displayed right here. There's a label already here. We can't see it, but it's there. So basically, we need to use some if-else logic, but we're going to use nested ifs. There are probably a number of ways we can implement the logic here, but I think probably the most efficient way would be to use a nested if. I just want to run through the business rules one more time. Basically, if it's a matinee show, then children under 12 and seniors pay $5.25. Regular adults will pay $6.25. Or else, if it's an evening show, then children under 12 and seniors pay $7.75 and adults pay $9. So basically, this really calls for an if-else logic, and specifically nested if-else. So let's just put in an if-else dealing with the showtime, whether it's matinee or evening show, an evening show. That's the first decision that we have to make in this program. So I'm going to say if FC controls dot get checked, that's new for us, get checked, we're assessing whether or not a checkbox is checked. Which checkbox? Matinee, CHK matinee. Okay. So what this will do, this method, it'll look at that matinee checkbox and assess whether or not it's checked, yes or no, okay, or in fact true or false. So if it's true, then we are dealing with a matinee show here, okay? Or else, then we must be dealing with the evening show, okay? And then I'm going to do my end if. I always lay it out like a sandwich. If you're making a sandwich, lay out all the bread and then put the middle inside. And that's how I approach my if-else structures. And even my subs, you saw. I always do sub, and then I type in the middle. Because after you've typed a long, logic, whatever type of snippet of code, the last thing on your mind is typing that end if. So put it in first and then type in the middle. So this else clause, whatever's in here, is going to be executed if it's an evening show, because it's either going to be matinee or else it's going to be evening. Okay, so this is like our outer if, and then inside we'll have two nested ifs, if-else structures to assess the patron's age. Okay, so basically, well, let's see. If really the children and the seniors have the same price, okay, they both get the same discounted price. It's really the adults that is different from the others. So it would probably be easiest to assess the adult checkbox. So we'll say if FC controls, notice I have a nested if here, dot get checked. And who are we checking? The adult box. Okay. If that equals true, got to put your true in quotes. And then I'm going to end my if. Okay. And then I'll put the else in there as well. All right. So we've got our nesting going on here. And then, all right, so if it's the adult, they are paying, and we're in the matinee area now, so let's see. I've got this thing. Okay, so I have a variable called ticket price that I'm referring to later on in the code. So let's make sure we'll say ticket price equals the adult pays $6.25. Okay, the children and seniors will pay $5.25. All right, so that's for the matinee matinee on top here, and these are the prices for the matinee. Now I'm going to copy this and then paste it in. Now this is for the evening show, and same thing here, only we have to change the prices. We said the adult pays $9 and the children and seniors pay $7.75. Okay, and that should do it. So we have the nested if, assessing first the show time and then the age of the patron. Okay, and then I already had the code written there to update the label with the ticket price that is calculated. So we'll just test this out real quick. Alright, so let's say it's an evening show. We have an adult, $9. Evening show, senior citizen, $7.75. Evening show for the child, $7.75. For the matinee, the child pays $5.25, the senior would too, and then the adult pays $6.25.